Hello everyone. So we're gonna be shooting my Ruger MPR with this primary arms PLX LPVO at 200 yards. I haven't shot this in a while, and I'll give you my thoughts on this. So I was shooting 200 yards. One of the things I wanted to do near the end there is I wanted to do double taps at 200 yards. Because basically even with the 223, there is a little bit of recoil, so the gun does move a little bit. I want to see how quickly I can get back on target to do those double taps. So that's definitely something that you want to practice. So for the most part, if you guys look at I guess most of the videos I've done over the last six months or so, most of them I'm using a red dot and a magnifier, and usually the red dots that I use in that combo, I have the red dot has a bullet drop compensator built into it, so I'm using something like the Howson 503G with the ACSS. It has a chevron with 3 dots, so that allows me to get all the way out to 500 yards with just a red dot and a magnifier. And the benefit there is I can easily remove the magnifier to lighten up the gun. So today I'm using this LPVO. So this is the primary arms PLX. So this is a $1,500 LPVO on this 18-inch barrel from Ruger. So I had put this on for about 6 months on a 16-inch barrel. And I kind of went back to the 18-inch because it made sense. I think that if I'm going to have an LPVO, it's pretty much a dedicated distance shooting rifle. That 1X, it does give us a close quarter shooting capability, but that's not really what the gun specializes in. A red dot with a magnifier flipped off is always going to be better. You're always going to have better eye relief. You're always going to be faster on that gun. So when we're looking at an LPVO, we're pretty much looking at a dedicated distance shooter rifle that has that close quarter capability. And the way I mostly use the lower magnifications is for that wider field of view. So when I get into position, I'll zoom down to 1 power so I can quickly find my target, right? And then once I find it and I'm on it, then I'll zoom up, okay? So on LPVOs, I want a lot more than just magnification and a bullet drop compensator, because I can get that with just a red dot and a magnifier. So with this one here, with the primary arms, it gives me the ability to range estimate off of the size of a man, right? So it's got the winged range estimating system. I've done many videos on that in the past. I'm going to put a playlist to LPVOs and scopes. So I've done this all in the past. But yeah, if I'm going to put 1.5 pounds on top of the gun, I want more than just magnification and a bullet drop. I want to be able to range estimate. I want to be able to I want to have mil dots so I can range estimate other things besides a man. I want to be able to team navigate, so I can basically direct other people to see what I'm looking at, right? Because if we both have mil scopes, you know, we're talking the same language, so I can tell somebody, hey, from that rock over there, look 3 mils to the right. You know, there might be something there. Okay, so yeah, that's what I want from a LPVO. It's got to have more than just magnification and a bullet drop compensation. You know, most of the time I am shooting red dots with magnifiers because I'm not needing to do all these other things. Okay, so in all fairness, so if I don't need to do all those things, those other things, right, I generally will default to the lighter setup, to the setup where I can just remove the magnifier. But you know, every once in a while it's nice to pull this out. So for something like this, yeah, I definitely want to be shooting 300 yards to 600 yards. You know, that's where I think that you know, this really gives me that advantage. Again, specifically if I'm not sure what distance I'm shooting at, and I need to quickly you know, range estimate and get on target. And you might say, hey, how about why not just use a range estimator, right? A laser finder. Well, here's the thing: you know, using the scope is a lot faster, right? Rather than having to pull out another gadget, get it on target, get back on the gun. A lot of times, especially if you got targets moving around, if you can range estimate off the size of a man, you know, that is a lot faster. Okay. So anyway, something for you guys to think about. And like I said, I will put a playlist below in the comments and description for tons of other videos I have done on this. I actually had removed the scope off of the rifle, and I'd taken it like to an airport, and I was like range estimating airplanes, right? Because here's the thing, like that rear stabilizing, the rear stabilizer on most large commercial airplanes is about 50 feet, you know? So that's pretty cool. You know, you can range estimate airplanes and figure out like how many miles away it is. And obviously you're not going to be shooting that distance, but you might know like how much distance you got to travel. Or, you know, what you can do is like in the combat type of situation, that's really important for like calling in like artillery or airstrikes or stuff like that, you know, or trying to navigate other people. So you know, especially if you have a gun like this, right, with a scope like this on it, your role might be more than just putting bullets on target. It might be communicating distance information to other people. Okay, so that's basically how you should be thinking about a scope like this that's on a gun. Okay, so drop some comments. Let me know what you guys think. I'll talk to y'all soon.